Hi, this is Art Adams, Cinema Lens Specialist at ARRI, and this is Wyoming, where recently I helped host a lens workshop at the Jackson Wild Film Festival for 2021. While we were there, we ran around and we put some of our new zooms to the test, and I'm about to show you the results. My workhorse for this shoot was the 65-300 with the 1.7 times extender, which gave me a 110 to 510 zoom, and I spent probably 90% of my time at the 510 end. It really got me into the action, and there were several times when it got me closer to the action than I really wanted to be. There's only so close you want to get to a pair of fighting bison, and there's something special about being stared down by a moose through that lens. There's something almost magical about how signature lenses pull objects out of backgrounds. There's just an exceptional sense of separation between foreground and background that I don't see in other lenses, but at the same time, I don't see anything in the image that looks overly sharp or unnatural. The point of focus just looks very clear and very real. It almost feels three-dimensional to me. One thing I look for in a lens is what I call color discrimination. How well does this lens show me very subtle variations in the hue of a color? For example, if I'm looking at leaves, I don't want to see just yellow leaves or green leaves. I want to see slightly reddish yellow leaves, slightly bluish green leaves. I want to capture all those subtleties of color that I would see if I was just standing there looking at the scene by eye. And signature lens, for me, very much do this. One thing I really like about signature lenses is how they render skies, because a lot of camera and lens combinations render skies as being greenish, maybe a little bit cyan or teal, and that doesn't feel right to me. It pops out of an image, but it's not the way I remember skies being, and if I look out my window right now, it's not how I see the sky. To me, the sky is a deep blue with a little bit of warmth to it, a little bit of red to it. It's a very rich and complex blue, and I see that when I look at these images. Signature lenses capture that color, and they capture a lot of other very sophisticated colors as well. When we photographed these mineral pools, and you see these deep bronze and rust tones, and these deep kind of greenish blues and cyans, those are very complex colors, and it's rare for me to see those rendered the way not only that I remember them, but with the kind of complexity that I want to see in a digital image. I was really surprised at how natural the 16-32 signature zoom looks. It's not an extreme lens at all. Well, on paper it is. Focal length-wise, it should be. It's a large format 16mm lens. It delivers really natural, beautiful images, but just with some extra forced perspective. And I really like this look. The color is beautiful, the textures are beautiful, the contrast is there. It didn't do a lot of the things that I'm used to seeing a really, really wide lens do. It doesn't distort the image. It just felt very, very natural, and yet I could make a 3-foot slider move look like a 20-foot dolly move. Signature lenses excel at delivering the full dynamic range of a scene to a sensor, and I saw that numerous times over the course of this shoot. Whether I was shooting the dark wood of a shadowy barn against sunlit white peaks, or shooting backlit steam rising off of geysers surrounded by dark, wet stone, I always had a tremendous amount of detail in both the highlights and in the shadows, and that is something that I've seen over and over and over from both signature primes and signature zooms. I love teaching these workshops because I think so much of cinematography is showing others how we see the world and teaching others new ways of seeing from our perspective. And I get just as much out of the people I'm talking to as they get from me. It's a real blast just discussing how we can see the world and how we can view reality through our choice of camera and lens and placement and focal length and lighting and exposure. And it's so much fun to have my own vision expanded. And I love doing that for other people as well. Thanks for watching. And if you have any questions about signature lenses, please do get in touch. You can find me at lenses@arri.com.